Hello and welcome to Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast, and let me explain to you why. There's a creation tool that's located within the Anchor app, which will allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. And then Anchor will distribute your podcast for you. That's also one of the perks of using Anchor. And then your podcast could be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from the podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need in one place, which is in the Anchor app. So if you want to get started, and again, it's totally free, then download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. Hello and welcome to Life as It Is with me, Dora Middleton. In today's segment, I would like to talk about talk show host Loni Love from The Real and Mr. Isiah from Uncensored, and an episode that he did on his show dealing with some comments that Loni Love made about black men. Okay, I would like to start off by saying this. As a black woman, as a black woman, which I am, we need to, as well as black men, need to learn to respect each other. I believe, before I even start any of this conversation, I believe that the problem that black men and black women are having is we have no respect for each other. And we are quick to call each other out of each other's names. You know, we are quick to say hurtful, disrespectful things to one another, and that needs to stop. And what I mean by that is the fact that on Mr. Isiah's show, he had a Houston attorney by the name of Dennis Sperling on his show. And he went on to call Loni Love, call her body disgusting and her attitude disgusting, and said that's why the black man left her. See, for one, you could have discussed the problem you had with Loni Love without body shaming her. Okay? Even if you didn't agree 100% with what she said, there was absolutely no reason for you as a grown man, a grown black man, to disrespect this black woman. I don't care what she said. That's on her. But two wrongs don't make a right. So there's absolutely no reason to why you should have gone at her like that. Okay, it just didn't make any sense. I believe that from what I've noticed, and I'm going to say this from what I've noticed, our men, and don't get me wrong, I love my black men, but we are so quick to call black men are so quick to call their women out of their names, but it seems like they will put every other race of women on a pedestal. And I still don't get it to this day, because you came from a black woman. Your mother's black, your grandmother's black, your daughters are black. Okay? But yet you have no remorse when you get up there and call a black woman out of her name. This is one reason why the other race of people, period, has no respect for black women. And to be honest, other races don't have respect for black men, because black women also will call them deadbeats, say they don't do shit, they're no good, you know, which is not true. There is bad in every race. There's cheating black men, white men, Hispanic men, Asian men, whatever the case may be. Every race has their bad apples. We all have bad men and bad women in every race. I want to say that much. There's cheaters in every race. Every race of men, every race of women, we all have cheaters. Okay, I think that what happened was Loni Love she shouldn't have brought slavery into the mix, but I think what she's trying to say from her experience, which I can't speak for her, I absolutely can't, but I can only, from what I feel after watching both what she said and what Mr. Isiah and this Mr. Dennis Sperling said. I can only go by what I think, and I think she's going by her experiences with black men, which is her opinion. So therefore, if it's her, it's what she's gone through. Okay, she can't speak for the whole race, and neither can he. Neither can Mr. Isiah or Mr. Dennis Sperling. No one can speak for the whole race. Okay, so in saying that, I believe that she was going by her experiences with black men, and she acted on her experiences. That's why she said what she said. But again, I don't think slavery should have been brought into the mix. It shouldn't have been put there, because during slavery, you had slave owners raping black women, children, men, whatever. They were raping anything in sight. And that, I just think that's something that should not have been said by her. But again, that's her freedom of speech. It's her right to say what she has to say. If she felt she was right in saying it, then it's the way she felt. But should she be body shamed for it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And even when she did her little clap back, she didn't call them out of their names. She just said she thought the talk show host, Mr. Isiah, was better than that. But not one time did she come back and start looking this man up and down saying, well, look at you, you this, you that. She didn't do that. She still kept it rather pleasant. Okay. But the first thing he went to was to body shame her. And that's not right. And then I want to touch base on the fact that when she said she wanted all black, why didn't they get a panel of black women since it was a panel of black men? Okay, I can kind of see what she was saying with that too. He got, I believe, if I recall, one was Hispanic, one was white, one looked like she was biracial, whatever. What I think Loni Love was talking about was she wanted a woman on the panel that looked like her. She didn't want a woman on the panel that maybe could be biracial or whatever the case may be. She wanted black women that look like her on the panel. Maybe she felt they could back what she was saying some kind of way. But whatever the case may be, that's what she meant. And then there's a lot of YouTubers out there doing their videos saying, well, we all know that Loni Love doesn't like mixed women. I understand she did make a remark about, she made a remark about a woman, a past guest that they had, saying, well, you know how white women are. And her co-host said, well, she's not white. She's not white. And so Loni was saying, but she's mixed. That's not saying she doesn't like she does not like white, mixed women, biracial women. But I want to say this. If there's any person out there that says that they've never made a comment anywhere close to that, then they're lying. We live in a time in this world where people make stupid remarks like, oh, that, look at it. The first time something happens, I'm not even going to get tongue tied. I'm going to put it this way. The first time something happens in the world, someone might say, oh, what color were they that did that? And then say, oh, should have figured they were white. Should have figured they were black. Should have figured they were this, they were that. I think everyone probably has done that at least once or twice in their lifetime. And if they're saying they didn't, then they have a problem standing by their truth. Okay? Stand by how you feel. Be honest. One thing about me, I'm going to be honest about everything. I'm not candy coating. I don't care who does not like what I said. And doesn't agree with me. If you don't agree, don't agree. Let's agree to disagree. Okay? That's all I'm saying. And to cover that part. Now, I think that we have got to stop pointing fingers at each other in my community. Meaning, I'm not talking about anyone else, because I'm talking about us, our people, our black people. We have gotten to the point where, and since we're talking about what she said about black men, I'm going to touch base about how our men talk about us. I remember watching, I believe it's 2020 or it's been several different shows that did like experiments with other race of men and talking about black women. And one of them was when they pulled every race of men aside and had them on a panel, and they asked them, would you marry a black woman? And how do you feel about how a black woman looks? How do you think she look? Is she attractive to you? And a lot of the Caucasian men, Chinese men, every race of men they had on there said, yes, they are attractive. They're beautiful. Some of them are beautiful. Some of them are attractive. But they said, we would never marry them. We would never wife them up. We would never marry them. And they were asked, well, why is that? And they said, well, you know, their own men don't want them. Their own men say they're loud. They like to argue. They're gold diggers. They're materialistic. They just want your money. They don't take care of their kids. They're always having children. They're this, they're that. And they said, so black men told you this. They said, told you this. Oh, absolutely. This is what black men told us. Okay. Now that's a problem. And no one out there has ever talked about this. Let's talk about this. And the first time a black woman goes out and date another race of men that's not black, oh, they're called bitches. They're called whores. They're being told by our men, oh, you think the grass is greener on the other side. You done jump ship. You over there with the white guy, the white boy, the white boy, this and that. Come on now. But you all prance around on the red carpet. You marry everything that's not black. It's like black women are shunned. I mean, it's like you guys think that black women are not marriage material. Every race of woman, you can take every race of woman, put her in a strip club or have her prostituting, have her doing whatever for money. And you will get our men to wife her up, put that expensive jewelry on her, those expensive clothes, put her on their arm and walk right down the red carpet with her and claim every inch of her and say how much of a good woman she is. But you can't, and you refuse to do that with your own women. And a black woman brought your ass here. Now, I'm angry because I feel that the situation could have been handled better than how it was handled. You don't go right into body shaming someone. And I know that, and then Dennis Sperling made a comment and said she's making it hard for when black men are victims of something, that she's making it hard for black men that are actually victims to be considered a victim because people are seeing them as thugs and criminals. Her intentions was not that. I would say that right now. And I don't see how he could feel that way, to be honest. But what are you making black women seem like when you're bashing black women, when you're body shaming them and you're telling them they're ugly and they're ghetto and they're loud and they like to argue? What are you making it? You're making it so no one wants to be with a black woman. It seems like we are one race of women that's hated by everybody. We can't want anything good because if we do, we're gold diggers. We can't dress well because if we do, then all we want is money and designer purses, shoes, bags. If we go around and we decide to throw a headscarf on our head or some kind of scarf, then we're raggedy. We're disgusting. We don't care about ourselves. If we go out somewhere a night on the town and we have children, oh, you're a bad mother. You went out, you have children. Every race of women does exactly what I just said. But no one says anything about those race of women. But black women are nailed to the cross. And I'm damn fed up with it. I'm fed up with it, and I'm tired of all the disrespect coming to black women from black men, white men, from Hollywood, from reporters, from even YouTubers. I've had enough of it. If we're going to cover these stories, cover the shit the right way. Tell it from both sides. Just don't go in and just want to talk about the most, what you feel is. Here's the problem with YouTubers, and I have to be honest. Your goal is to get the hottest story at the moment and make your video and do whatever it is you do to get you what you need or what you're seeking. But if you're going to do that, you talk about both sides. Don't just jump on the bandwagon and start bashing one person. You talk about, you find reason. You figure out why this woman might have said what she said, because there's always a reason to why someone says something. No one did that. No one said, let's see exactly what Loni Love might have been thinking about when she made these statements. We can't think for her, obviously, but we can say, okay, well, maybe it could have been. It's not in stone, but it could have been the reason why she felt this way. But we are all so quick to jump on the bandwagon. And that's why I say my segments are totally different. I'm not jumping on the bandwagon. And I don't care who don't like what I'm saying. I don't care who don't agree. Let's disagree. That's a good thing. Then you can have a discussion about it. But am I going to start calling people names when they disagree with me? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not calling anyone out of their name. Okay, because I understand everyone has their opinion, but you can do it and have your own opinion and be respectful with it. Don't just turn around and start dogging someone out and body shaming them. And her looks had nothing, her weight had nothing to do with this situation. I mean, when there's women that everyone considers beautiful and cute. She's a size 3, long hair, whatever the case may be, pretty eyes, whatever she might be. We all know what these so-called most beautiful women look like in this world today. What they think beauty is in this world today. And it's not a full-figured woman. No matter how beautiful she is, they don't think it's a full-figured woman. It's always something they have to say about her. How about, okay, you have these beautiful, really, really thin women where you can see every bone in their body because they're so thin. Do you body shame them and say, oh, you're just disgusting? Oh, gosh, your body is just disgusting. No, the first thing they tell her, oh, you're rocking that dress when she's too skinny. Okay, that's unhealthy. The same way you're saying it's unhealthy for a full-figured woman to be full-figured, it's unhealthy for a really thin woman to be really thin. So if you're going to talk about it, talk about it. But stop all the body shaming because it shows the ignorance that everyone has within themselves. Okay? And if you're going to talk about these subjects, talk about everything. Don't just do one-sided and say, well, she brought it on herself. What woman, period, will be out there, well, she brought it on herself? Really? But again, this is what you do to make your videos go viral, to get all the likes and the comments on your videos. So you're going to jump on the bandwagon. You're not going to see everything the way it should be seen. You want to look in and say, okay, maybe it was this way, maybe it was that way. Okay, but let's not body shame. Don't correct the mistake. Just go right in and saying she knew better and she brought it on herself. As a black woman, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of it. Okay, I've had it. Everything we say is always looked at anyway. So any little thing we say, someone might find fault in it. But for your own people to jump on this wagon here and start dogging her out just like they did on that show. Stop saying she doesn't like mixed women. Okay? I didn't even get that. I think what she wanted was a panel of women that look like her. She's a darker complexion woman. And it does seem like if you look at the way things happen, sometimes when they get these panels, it usually is a lighter blend of women. Okay? lighter skin. It's never just outright a beautiful chocolate woman or a beautiful dark brown woman. They might have black in them, okay? But they're not looking like her. That's all she's saying. And people are trying to make it seem like she has a problem with mixed chicks. Come on now. People, stop it. Stop jumping on this wagon. Stop making asses out of yourselves. This is not what she meant. And one thing is, she doesn't need me to protect her, and I'm not trying to protect her. I'm speaking out as a black woman, and I'm saying I am tired of all the bullshit. I've had it. I'm tired of everyone downing black women when they feel they want to down them, saying any old thing that they want to say. And as a black woman, we should all be outraged. We should all be pissed the hell off that the first thing they start saying about us is, oh, they're ugly. Oh, their body ain't shit. Come on now. Half the bodies prancing around in this world this day and age has been bought. The fake asses, the fake lips, the fake breasts. Nothing's real. Hell, the skin complexion at this point isn't real because people have been bleaching that. So let's keep the shit real. Do you think the asses that half of these white women are sporting are theirs? Hell no. Do you think the breasts are theirs? Hell no. The lips damn sure isn't. So if we're going to start body shaming people, don't just body shame one damn race, since we shouldn't be doing it anyway. But if you're going to do it, you touch base in every damn race out there with Asian, Caucasian, black, Hispanic. You get your ass out there. You do it all. Don't just stop at one black woman and start body shaming because you don't like the way she looked because she's full figured. That shit is for the birds. Put a stop to it, okay? That is ridiculous, and it pisses me off. And I'm just tired of watching these videos where these people make these videos and jump on this wagon and start issuing out their own stupidity, and they're not looking at themselves in the mirror. Because the same way you're turning on her, guess what? You're going to say one wrong thing about one of these celebrities, and they're going to get a whiff of it, and they're going to dog your ass out. They're going to come for your ass as a YouTuber. I've seen videos like that where they come for your ass. So while you're jumping on the wagon to down this one woman, think about it first. Think about it. And you're black women, okay? You're a black woman yourself. You are all black women. And instead of you trying to rectify the situation, like I said, if you're not a part of the solution, you're a part of the problem. And I think some of these women that are YouTubers are a part of the problem. Okay? Talk about both sides. Talk about every side. Talk about everything. Get to the root of the problem. Because it can't be solved if no one's trying to get to the actual problem. Okay, I need to take a break and I will be right back. Hello and welcome back to Life as It Is with me, Dora Middleton. And in this segment, we've been talking about the situation with Loni Love and a panel of black men on the Isiah Uncensored talk show. Okay, there were some comments made by her that everyone didn't like, basically. And they went on to body shame her and say that the reason why no black man wants her is because her body's disgusting and her personality or her attitude is disgusting. I mean, come on now. Again, all of that's not necessary. And the reason why I wanted to do this segment is because I want people to think about what they're saying. Because see, if you're listening to all these other videos that's floating around about this situation, it's all one-sided. They're jumping on the sides of what the guy said, and they're saying she brought the body shaming on herself. No, she didn't. And I have to honestly say this. When he said, well, she's running around here with her black husband, the Dennis Sperling guy didn't say this. Another guy said this. Well, she's running around with her white husband and this, that, and other. See, they were quick to say the reason why she feels the way she feels is because she dates out of her race. Why is it that if a black woman has if she has something to say about her fellow black men, and she happens to be in an interracial relationship, why is it because she's saying what she said because she's dating white men? Okay, because if that's how you feel, if you're saying that she's making all these remarks and acting the way she's acting because she's in this interracial relationship with this white man, then what's the black man's excuse? Is it because they're in a relationship with these white women and these Hispanic women and these Asian women? Is that the reason why you down your black women? Because you're in these other relationships, these interracial relationships with all these other race of women? Is that why you get with these women and get with the other race and go to work and call black women ghetto and hoes and unfit and gold diggers? Is this why you do what you do to your women? To your black women? I mean, how do you make us look? Can you tell me that? When you all get in public or you do these interviews and you say, I don't deal with black women, they're too loud, they always want to argue. And I will say this, black women they're not trying to argue with you. Most of them are just trying to get their point across because no one wants to hear them. The man feels she shouldn't have a mouth to speak through. And that's with everyone, just not black men, white men. Every race of men out there feel black women should not have the right to speak. And if she speaks, then she's angry. Oh, she's just an angry black woman. She's bitter. She's scorned. No, she just has an opinion and she wants to get it out there. And she wants people to understand what she's saying and to hear her. And it almost seems like she has to fight, literally, to get a point across. This is the only way someone's going to listen to her if she does get a little bit irate or angry about it. Other than that, people don't want to hear anything that black women have to say. Not even our own black men. So it's not that black women want to argue with you. Black women just have a voice and they want it to be heard. And it's never heard. And if it is heard, then someone is out there twisting your words around and saying that you meant it because of this or because of that. Why is that? Why is it that every race of women can get out there and voice their opinions, but when black women want to do it, our own people come in and be the first one to start dogging us out because we have an opinion that may not be what they want to hear? Now, you see why every other race feel they can slap a black woman around. They can call her bitch, or they can call her a whore. They can call her ghetto, or they can call her anything they want to call her because we don't even have the respect from our black men to protect us. And everyone want to say how black women should stand behind our black men. Hell, when are you all going to stand behind us? When? Can you explain that to me? When are you all going to stand behind us? When are we going to be able to speak our minds and have our black men stand behind us instead of jumping ship? That's the question. That's the $1 million question right there. And don't get me wrong. Not all black men are like this. We have some damn good black men out there. Okay, it's a lot of good black men out there. But what I want to know, good, bad, or whatever, when the hell are you all going to stand behind us? When are we going to feel protected? When are we going to feel safe? Because you best believe if you all as a black man say anything out of the way to another race of woman, we know they're going to come down on your ass like white on rice. They're going to be on your asses. They're going to protect those women. Who protects us? Who protects us as black women? Who the hell do we have to protect us? Can you all tell me that? Just tell me. Just answer this question. All of you damn YouTubers, all you talk show hosts, who the hell is going to protect the black woman? That's why she's always fighting. That's why she's always swinging. That's why she might be yelling. She wants to fucking be protected. But instead of getting protection, all she gets is criticized, shamed, talked about, called disgusting, called ignorant, called loud, called a whore, called a bitch, called a slut. And you don't think she should be mad? What woman out there wouldn't be mad? What woman out there wouldn't be pissed the hell off if this is the way things are? So before you all start saying this and that and, you know, she's wrong, she's this, she's that. And I'm going to say it again. Slavery shouldn't have been brought. It shouldn't have never been in this conversation. But she was voicing her opinion, and everybody came down on her at one time, talking about her body. She's a beautiful black woman, and black women are beautiful, and they come in all different shades, different sizes. Stop down in black women. Black men, step up and protect your black women, because your ass came from a black woman. Black parents created your ass. How do you think? What you want, think about it like this. Would you want your daughters or your grandchildren treated like this, the way that you all treat black women, your own women, the way you allow everyone else to treat black women and talk down on black women? You have black daughters. You have black aunts, mothers, grandmothers. Are you sure this is okay? Are you really okay with this shit? That's all I want to know. And it just makes me, I am so angry right now because I'm tired of it. I sit here and I listen to this, and usually I just shake my head like, wow. But you know what? It has to stop here. Someone has to speak up and be realistic about the whole situation and be honest and not one-sided. And I'm not going to be one-sided. I didn't start my podcast to be one-sided. I started my podcast to talk about issues that we're having every side, because they always say you have her side, his side, and you have the truth. Okay? So I'm here so that we can get all the shit out in the opening. Okay? It needs to be open. Everything needs to be open. We need to discuss everything. Everything needs to be discussed, not one-sided. Don't jump on the wagon and just side with these men, because that's the way to do, because you feel that's what everyone wants to hear. Oh, she was wrong, and she's this, and she hates mixed women, and she's all this and that. These YouTubers need to stop the shit. And they might not like what I'm saying, and I don't give a damn, because I am going to voice my opinion, and I don't give a damn who don't like it. I'll tell anybody, if you don't like what Dora Middleton is saying, get your ass off my podcast. That's the way I feel about it. Okay? I'm not going to candy coat anything. I'm not going to protect anyone. But everybody out there know they are wrong. Instead of trying to get the real issue, the real problem solved, everyone's just jumping on her case. And that's BS. No one's talking about the issues that I've just talked about in this podcast. No one's talking about any of this stuff. And that's crazy, people. That is so crazy. Talk about what's real. Talk about everything. Don't just do one side. Okay? The question is, this is the question I want everyone to answer. When are we as black women going to feel safe? When is one person out there going to stand behind us and say, I got this? You don't have to argue as hard. You don't have to cry anymore like this. You don't have to be upset or depressed. You don't have to be feeling like you're less than anymore. I got your back. When are you all going to stand up for us? You are our black men. Stand up for us instead of putting us down. Can you do that? Can you do that? And everyone's quick to say, I'm a damn good black man. Well, damn it, prove it. Prove how good of a good black man you are. Stand up for us. Don't put us the hell down. And as I stated before, am I angry? I'm very angry. I'm angry, and I have the right to be angry with my race of people, and I'll say it like this, and I'm going to tell you why I just made this statement. Because at the moment right now, I'm talking about what we need to do in our community, what we need to do towards each other. We're raising black women, black men. We've got to get it together. If you're down in black women the way you are, what do you think your son is going to do when he grows up and sees you talking down on black women? And what do you think? How do you think he's going to, how's he going to teach these black women? I mean, how's he going to treat these black women if you're basically teaching him not to like his own women? How do you think he's going to be when he is a full man, when he's a grown ass man? He's going to come out dogging them just like he saw his dad doing. Okay, he's going to do it the way his father has taught him to do it. So before you start saying that someone's teaching people to think that black men are thugs and criminals, what are you teaching your sons to think about black women? That they're obese, they're disgusting because they're overweight, their attitudes are nasty? You're going to teach them to shame them when something happens that they don't like? That's what you're doing. What are you teaching people what are you showing people in the world? Oh, I dog my black women, so you get you take the gold card and you dog them too. You tear them down like I'm doing. I'm a black man. I can do it, so you do it too. You follow suit because that's what's going on. This is why black women are being treated so bad by every damn race out there. People feel they can just slap the shit out of them and keep moving. I have seen on videos where Caucasian men, Chinese men has slapped women, black women, and they done hit the floor. Punched them like they were punching men. And I've seen 4 or 5 black men stand there and didn't do shit about it. So you tell me, who the hell is going to protect us? We have always, lately, black women has had to fight for themselves. Black women has had to protect themselves. Because it seems like we don't have anyone. No one's there for us. Except when it's time to criticize and dog us out, then everybody's there, including our own black men. So, and I'm going to end this segment by saying this. Step up. You're saying she's making it seem like there's no good man. Show how good of a damn black man you are and fucking start protecting us as black women. Stand up and be a real man and protect your black family. Protect us. And until you decide to do that, then shut up and sit the fuck down. Because I've had it with all the bullshit. I've had it. And there's a lot of black women out there that's had it with the bullshit. But they're afraid to talk about it. They're afraid to say it. But I'm not. I'm tired of it. Do something. Show how good of a damn black man you are. Step your ass up and show us. Do that. Do that for 2020. How about that? Okay, I would like to thank you all for joining me in this segment. Even though I got heated, I'm pissed. But thank you. I said things that I talked about, things that absolutely needed to be talked about. And maybe I've opened someone's eyes out there to know that this is what's going on. This is really what's going on. Maybe we can talk about this, and we can talk about it in a positive way without body shaming black women. How about that? I would like to thank you all for listening to Life as It Is with the Dora Middleton. And until next time, take care.